should work now. Okay. Now all I gotta do is share that. Just post it to the Facebook groups and the Discords, and then we can get started in a little bit. Alright then. Be back in a quick second. Alright, that should work for now. Wait, how do I get that back? Kind of defeats the purpose. Okay. Guess should wait a few minutes for people to drop in before we start deck building. Alright, just checking to see if the audio is good. If you are watching this, if you like watching the VOD of this this stream, welcome. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We're oh so close to that 1,000 subscribers. We're like a little less than 200 off, and anything you can do could be a great help to me and the channel. So I'd greatly appreciate it. We're doing Dark States decks today because obviously Dark State is just my favorite nation. It's actually, I'm actually so delighted that I was able to get my first BCS top with a Dark States deck. So that was pretty cool, something that I didn't really realize in the moment, but you know, now like, I guess, what's it called? Clarification or summarizing, I guess. I guess one of the correct words would be like reminiscing. But I kind of want to do like the mask decks first. Like I want to do the ALMAJESTAR deck, and I want to do the I want to do the OMINAGRUZIO deck, which I think those will be like the easiest to do first. So let me just, cause we got this really insane, like, don't pay attention to the foot, but we got this really insane grade 2 for mass decks for dark states. Let's see here. Let me read the exact text. It's placed on rear guard of a Vanguard with masks in its card name. CB1, look at the top 5 cards in your deck. Choose up to one grade 3 list unit with different card name from among them. Call it to R, shuffle the deck. Choose a trigger unit from your drop, and you may bind it. Ooh. So that just has like innate. This is so cool that they just gave it like such innate synergy with OMINAGRUZIO and with ALMAJESTAR at the same time. And it's also, if you have 3 or more triggers bound, it's a 10k beater. Nice. Oh, that's on both turns. So this is just going to be sitting 20k on both turns. That's pretty nice. Let's do this. That's a DRAJEWELED card. This is an ALMAJESTAR card. DRAJEWELED card. No, thank you. That's a weird card. Another DRAJEWELED card. Weird Dragon Tree card. Oh, this is actually an ALMAJESTAR card. When it's chosen by the ability of Vanguard for ALMAJESTAR, soul charge 1 and gets 5k. We don't really need that. Yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So let me put in all the cards I know we're gonna play for this deck. Oh, the mask isn't here. No, the mask isn't here. I have to do normal orders. I don't know if we play 4 in this deck or not. Yeah, I'm honestly not sure. Let's go to trigger units. This is gonna be weird. Yeah, 16 triggers, and then definitely need this format. So what does that leave us with? 6 cards, give or take, for deck building. The Mask Searcher, we probably, in my last build I wasn't playing the Mask Searcher. Do we play the Mask Searcher now? Should I make the chat bubble smaller? It's kind of in the way. So, assuming that we don't run the mask searcher, just because we have 2 innate ways to search it. Because this searches for, no, this only searches for grade 3 OMINAGRUZIO. Playing 4 of it, hard drawing it or searching it really isn't that hard. Oh, we're not playing that. How'd that get in there? Let's see here. Definitely have to play rainbow triggers of some variety. Oh, the 1 grade one. We're not playing it. So we actually have less room to deck build. What's his name? Misery? No, Rune Collector. Misery Wing is the other one. So we actually just have 3 slots. I don't really want to run the Mask Searcher, just because it takes away from our soul, and it's a CB, which the only CB I want to use is for my restand and for my Superior Calling. Soul's kind of free in this deck. Only thing with Soul Blast is Misery Wing. Only have 3 spaces, huh? This grabs anything. Yeah. Any unit card. Cult to rear guard. So we can do a weird build here. What was his name? Steam something something. Ah, Pepe. Got you. So I can play. Can play 2 Pepes. I mean, the 1-of slot can literally be anything. I don't like how few attackers this deck has. Kind of sucks. But, it kind of is what it is. Yeah. Kind of is what it is. Oh, so this, like, 2-of, like, 3-of slot can essentially be whatever you want it to be. But if you're maxing out on all your engine cards and you don't want to play the grade 2 Mask Searcher, then you would probably play something like this. Like, obviously you're maxing out on your OMINAGRUZIOs, maxing out on your new Searcher card, your Misery Wing is your key beater, your Rune Collector is your key soul charge target for your OMINAGRUZIO Masks ability. Yeah, and then, like, you don't have to run Pepes. I just like Pepe because if you Persona Road, which isn't very hard in this deck, if you Persona Road, Pepe gives grade 1 or greater guard restrict to one of your rear guards that it boosts. And then the 1-of is just like counter charge or shield. I think this is pretty close to fixing the deck. I don't think it pulls the deck above its current station, but it's a definitely warranted consistency buff. But that was way faster than I thought it was gonna be. This is just basically the mask deck. Like, just 4 of this guy, and then like your 2 of like such 3 slot can actually be whatever you want it to be. But yeah, I guess now I know I haven't done a deck building stream in quite a long time, but what I am going to do, which what I've done in my past deck building streams, is I'm gonna be jotting down as we go along the deck code, and then I'll have the deck code plus the timestamp that it took me to build the deck in the comment not the comments, in the description. So Omnia deck code is FQ1S. Alright then. So, I guess we could just move on to like ALMAJESTAR mask here pretty quick. I didn't think it would be that quick to build Omnia, but I guess it's just like a pretty straightforward strategy. Obviously we play 4 of this. What does this do? It's placed on rear guard. You have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard from ALMAJESTAR in its name. Can plus 1 draw a card. Really? Just straight up CB1 draw a card. Alright then. And then it gets 5k for every 2 critical triggers in your bind zone. Alright then. Sign me up for that. See, we got some people pulling in to the live stream here. Welcome, welcome. We're building ALMAJESTAR mask currently. We'll go over the Dark States decks. Just because, you know, I'm a Dark States fiend. This is ALMAJESTAR support, but it's not really a good card, so I wouldn't play it. And then I think I'm just gonna have to. Yeah. Get the mask. Do you want to play the old copies? Because I heard triple drive is nice. It's triple drive plus a pop, right? Yeah, it's triple drive plus a pop. That's awesome. Awesome. Free pop and triple drive. Awesome. I wasn't playing Kite's Peak in my last build. I doubt that we play Kite's Peak now. I honestly might have to pull up my last build. I don't remember it by heart. I wasn't running the mask searcher. What I was doing was playing Gungan Ram, and I believe I was playing the mask at 3 copies. Let's see something real quick. In case there was something I missed. Okay. Alright, let's just get the mask and the triggers out the way. This isn't a bad card. It isn't a bad card, but I doubt you have room for it in your deck. Like, it's essentially, if you have a Vanguard of ALMAJESTAR in its name, it's a free, like, Soul Charge 3 triggers from your drop zone and Countercharge 1. And then your Vanguard gets a crit. It's very, well, not ALMAJESTAR, Astora. Which, do they both have Astora in their card name? Astora, yeah. That's weird, because the archetype is basically named after ALMAJESTAR, because they only care about ALMAJESTARs, but okay. Weird flex, but okay. Playing 3 masked. Let's just get the triggers out the way. I think I was playing draws, but maybe with Maybe with that new card, you just don't need draws. But then again, the format's so fast. Maybe you actually just still need draws. You're drawing off of this. You're searching off of this. You kind of... Man, that's a lot of CB. This is CB1. This is CB1. This is CB1. Your Vanguard CB1. That's a lot of CB. Maybe I have to run the countercharge card. Like, maybe it's obligatory. But then that makes the deck extremely top heavy. Let's play draws for now, because I'm not exactly sure if this deck can survive how fast this format is. Don't want to play the Dark States Overtrigger in this deck. I actually want to play I want to play the blue OT in this deck. Yeah, I want to play the blue OT in this deck. Man, the blue OT is just so good. Like, in the beginning, everybody thought that this one was, like, batshit insane. This one's, like, better than this one. But, like, the blue OT is just, like... I feel like, for me personally, it's just proven that it's way better than this. Just because, like, crit +1 plus 100 million, like, the add a card back is just a bonus to me, to be honest. Like, you're playing this card because it's crit +1 plus 100 million. And then let's go to our Sentinels. Definitely need the Blitzorder PG in this format. That's actually an obligation now, because of you have Jeweled running around, you have Jiva running around, because the new crossover just guy gives her the actual triple drive text. So yeah, that's actually something that you do need to be worried about. So it says supposedly we have room for 8 cards. Supposedly. This is Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 3. Okay, let's put the Gungan Rams in. And we have room for 16 triggers. Let's see here. I think we might have to run the bird now. But then I feel like I'm running too many 2s and not enough boosters. But then we do get a free booster off the ride line. Yeah, I think we're just obligatorily running the bird here, just because of the bird gives us a free Soul Charge 2 orders from the drop zone. Not orders, Soul Charge 2 triggers from the drop zone. Yeah, we're gonna have to run the bird here. Kite something something? No? Yeah. Yeah, this is just free. I mean, you could run the order, but then you're basically relying on, like, having that order card every turn. And then also relying on having 3 triggers. I don't know. I feel like this is just better. Feels like I don't have enough boosters, but maybe that just doesn't matter. Because this is a beater, this is a beater, this can be a beater by itself. Yeah. My one major concern with this deck right now is that it doesn't seem like you soul charge enough, even though you do have the Gungan Rams and you do have the Kite's Peak. Because what's really good about Kite's Peak is that because since the deck really only cares about critical triggers hitting the bind zone now, Kite's Peak is just basically a free soul charge too if you have two other triggers in there. Man, I'm looking at this deck and I could just see it bricking already. You just might need the draws for straight up consistency. Yeah. And I could also see it having a CB issue. Because this CBs, and your Vanguard CBs. Don't have room to play a countercharger. Don't really have room to play the order card if you wanted to, right? Yeah, I just don't see it. I just don't see it, no. Yeah. So, I think this is probably the best you could get I think this is probably like the strongest version of the deck that you could build without hurting your consistency uber too much. But I could already see that this deck looks to be a tad bit piece reliant. Yeah, it looks to be a tad bit piece reliant. I mean, it's already really piece reliant on whether or not you see your criticals. Like, this is one of those weird decks that, like, you actually do want to have at least one critical trigger in your opening hand. Well, like, the amount of criticals you have doesn't actually matter. It does because it power scales your Vanguard and it power scales what your Vanguard's restanding. And, yeah. But it's not, like, something that, like, you're actively mulliganing for triggers. You just have to... And it also wants to guard weird, too. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna have to try and play this deck first because it seems to have like the most kinks. At least it seems to have the most kinks to me looking at it right now. But yeah, this is way shorter than I thought it would be. I guess like a lot of decks nowadays build themselves, but these are just skeletons. Alright, let's get the deck code real quick. We're gonna put that in the description of the video when the VOD drops. Okay, so let's move on to hey Philip. I talked to you earlier today in the comments section. How you doing, buddy? Let's just do GREEDON real quick just to get it out the way. How does this card work again? When your Vanguard of GREEDON is name attached, send by this turn, and you do not have a rear guard, the card name is this card, call to rear guard, call the card until the end of turn. Can be put back into your soul. Ooh, this I have to read the bird, but I think that conflicts with the bird. Does that conflict with the bird? I think that conflicts with the bird. Let me read the bird. Oh no, the bird's ability is only deck. Okay, okay. Never mind. It doesn't conflict with the bird. But I feel like you only want to play this at like 2 copies max, because you can only ever use one a turn. What does this guy do? Just trash, okay. let's just, I guess, just rebuild our GREEDON deck. GREEDON. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, it does make 5 attacks now. Had to count it out in my head. And then Dragon Tree. Still want to play 4 of that. Still want to play 4 of that. Still want to play 3 of that. Probably don't play 4 birds anymore. Probably play like 2 birds now. Because my only real reasoning for playing 4 birds was because there was really no better Desire Devils that you can play. Let's put the triggers in here. And then the Sentinels. What's good is because it's a Desire Devil, it's searchable. Oh, and it gives itself 5k. So if this is on a marker, it's 23 by itself. Has to be the second battle though. When did freaking Dark States turn into Aqua Force, man? Why does that have to be the second battle? That's weird. So if you're using this card, basically your attack pattern for GREEDON now has to be your Vanguard swings first, you suck up 3 standing rear guards, you restand your Vanguard, and then it swings second. Call this to R. Or what you can do is you could swing with a rear guard first, then swing with your Vanguard, and then call this on top of the rear guard that swung, and then restand your Vanguard. Yeah, that's the only way you could do the 5 attacks. You'd have to swing with the rear guard first. I mean, this is good as an extender card as well, because let's say you can't make a front row without, like, not being able to restand your Vanguard, or it would cost too many resources. So you could still make 4 attacks, but then you could have this called out to rear guard. Yeah, exactly, Phil. Only problem I really see with this card is, and only problem I really see with this card is after you do 5 attacks, your next turn, unless you have another one in Soul, and you're able to call over this, or get rid of it, or your opponent attacks into it for some weird reason, your next turn, you won't be able to do 5 attacks again. Because this card specifically says that you have to have something that's not named this on your board. Which, you can technically rectify that. You can rectify that by, playing the Ghost. Yeah, you could rectify that by playing the Ghost. So if you played this Ghost on top of it, and then you have a Venger of GREEDON, you can Soul Blast 1, choose a card with Desire Devil with name for your drop zone, put it to Soul, and it gets +5. But, What are you honestly taking out for the ghost here? Because it's a very weird, like, clunky is right, because clunky stroller is a very clunky card to use. Like, what are you realistically taking out here to yeah, like, I don't know. You could take out another frog if you really wanted to, but I feel like 3 frog is like peak frog. Like like, don't get me wrong, 3 frog still clogs sometimes on Persona Red turns when you don't want to soul charge with it, but I feel like 3 frog is still just peak frog. I guess you could do 1-1, I guess, but so you could do this once, but then like you'd have problems seeing it because it's a one of. You'd have to pray that like off of your greed-on search that this is in the top 7 cards of your deck. Yeah, so I think you just kind of have to play this at like 2. I don't like that though, Phil. I feel like you have to max out on the Dragon Tree cards, so we can't cut those. Cut the goat. Cut a copy of goat, I guess, and maybe cut a. I don't know. Shoutouts to Marcus Chen, because he was playing like basically a Highlander version of Greed on Masked that was playing like two or one clunky strollers, and apparently he did very well with that deck. But I don't think I'm brave enough, to be honest. I'm brave enough to play the bird at 2. I'm brave enough for that, but I'm not brave enough to play a bunch of singletons in my deck. No. Yeah, I think this is just like probably the most because like the deck is already super strong. Like this is probably just like the most consistent version of it that you could play. And if you get the fifth attack, cool. But like you're not crying for the fifth attack. You know what I mean? Like this deck is already really good as is. This is just like an additional tool that you happen to have space for. Nah, I'm not. Nah. I'm not being brave, bro. I'm not. No bravery comes when it my sacrifice of consistency. Nah, bro. Consistency is king. I'm addicted to it. If I have like a way to just like that's like the whole reason why I took greed on. It was just like it wasn't the most powerful Dark States deck I felt for BCS Duluth, but it felt like it was the most consistent and powerful enough. And that's like the whole reason why I took it, because of its consistency. Because once you get Greed on Mask, like you're Gucci. Like you can do your turn no matter what. You're Gucci. You don't really care about anything else once you get Greed on Mask. But yeah, sorry if I'm taking quite a while on this deck. It's just me just trying to figure it out. But this is what I would recommend, to be honest. Like I said, you could just use this as like a tool slash extender. If you really wanted to play a clunky stroller, then you could cut this to 3, cut that to 2. Because once you see 1 frog, you could always get another frog off of Shredder and play 2 clunky strollers if you really wanted to. But I don't want to. Like, you already run so low Desire Devils that, like, this is, like, a 60% chance of hitting off the top 7. Like, I was shook when I whiffed it, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm not running that many Desire Devils, so it makes sense. But, I'm gonna call this a deck right here. Yeah, I'm gonna call this the deck. I'm not brave enough to venture out into one card Wonderland. I'm not even brave enough to do that with Chaos. And Chaos is supposed to, quote unquote, is supposed to be a Highlander deck, even though I never played it that way. I played it as a combo deck, not a Highlander deck. But yeah, this is the deck, guys. Let me jot down the deck code here. JGVJ. If you're a Greedon main, be thankful that you really only have to pick up one card from this new set. If that's if you're just a Greedon main. Because your deck is still good, bro. Your deck is gonna still be good until, Shiranui comes out. Because once Shiranui comes out, the Ouroboros Stride is an auto lose. Because they dominate your Vanguard, and then if you're at 6, it's an auto lose. But, technically, no. It's technically not an auto lose. That's a little bit too harsh. Because it's very I found that it's very easy for the deck to play as if you're a regular deck and not go to 6 damage. More often than not, I go to 6 damage on purpose just so my opponent isn't able to heal. Oh yeah, most definitely, man. Like it's a Desire Devil. Like there's no way that this card is gonna be like more than $1. This card's gonna be like pennies. Like especially when Shiranui comes out, people are automatically gonna think that this deck isn't viable anymore, which is honestly not the case at all. It's very easy to play like a regular deck. You going to 6 damage, you really only do that to heal block your opponent. Or in my opinion, from my experience playing with the deck. But let's go to like the big baddie here. Let's go to what no, not V Premium. I don't play dead formats. Let's go to what everybody here came to see. The big baddie of Dark States now. There's no, only those 4 decks got support in this set. Yeah, no other I guess you could technically call this Jet support, but I don't know, bro. I feel like Stride deck sets are really good on release, and then like one set comes out and then they've been just like power crept. And it's not even like the power creep is super harsh, it's just like, oh man, I won the dice roll, guess I go first. Oh man, like, you know, if they get to go second every time, I think they're incredibly strong. But just like going first feels so bad in a Stride deck set. Yeah, you just have to play it differently. Like it's not an auto lose. So let me read this card real quick. Refresher. Refresher can only be ridden from a unit with DRAJEWELED in its card name. At the beginning of your battle phase, choose 2 cards from your drop. I don't know what she's talking about. At the beginning of your battle phase, choose 2 cards from your drop, put them into your soul, and then if your soul has 4 or more cards of different card grades, all your front row... Oh, okay, I remember now. All your front row get plus 15k power. And then its other auto effect is, when you're paying for the cost of this ability, you may soul blast a card of DRAJEWELED in its card name for your soul as any grade from 0 to 4. Really? Wow, okay. When this unit attacks, soul blast 5 cards of different grades, retire all your opponent's back row rear guards until the end of that turn. This unit gets +1 crit and increase and decrease the power of all your opponent's front row to 0. Oh wow, so this is like combo and control wrapped into one card. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, it's still only 13 though. Okay. But it does have triple drive. Doesn't cost a CB. Okay, so we obviously play that. Obviously we play that. Let me read the rest of the support cards here. Let me see here. Grade 2 that gets boost. My favorite types of grade 2s. When these switch on regard during your main phase, soul charge 1, choose 1 grade 4 from your hand, reveal it. If you reveal a card, if you reveal the card or you have a grade 4 or greater variant of June's name, choose up to 1 card from your soul of a different card name from this unit, and grade less than or equal to your Vanguard, call it to R, and then at the end of turn, put that called unit to soul. And board building. And you could use this on turn 3, brother. And board building? Hell yeah, dude. Oh, the goat. The goat's here. The goat's here. I called him and I summoned him. I have summoned him. Message redacted. Why'd you redact your message, bro? While I'm reading these Drajeweled cards, if you wanna explain to me your GREEDON Highlander right quick, I'd appreciate it. Cause I watched the video, bro, and I was still confuzzled. When you soul blast 4 or more, put this to your soul, draw a card, then choose 1 grade 4 card from your hand, reveal it. If you reveal the card, or you have a grade 4 or greater Vanguard of Jeweled in its name, choose one of your rear guards, and if your rear guards did not stand by a card's ability this turn, stand it. Okay, so this is one of those cards that you want to proc first. Okay. Okay, and it draws you a card, bro. A restander that draws you a card? Very rarely does GREEDON at 6 when Makuro dominates GREEDON, so I'm not sure why auto loss from GREEDON to Shiranui is all about. Bro, you know how people are, man. Just mad chatting. You know how people are. Like, the only time I go to 6 when I'm playing GREEDON Mask is if I'm trying to heal block my opponent. But there's like a lot of times that like you just compress your deck so much that like going to 6 isn't even valid because that's just 2 cards out of your deck, my G. So you play 4 of that. This is also a Drajeweled card. Place on rear guard, CB1, look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Choose 1 grade 4 card of Drajeweled in its card name, reveal it, put it into your hand, shuffle your deck. If you did not reveal, choose 1 grade 4 card from your hand, reveal it. And if you revealed a card, or you have a grade 4 or greater Vanguard, draw a card. This is another card that draws? Brother. Is there any more Drajeweled support cards in here? I don't think so, right? That's it. That's all the new cards. Let me see, that's all the new cards. You could do this on turn 2. You could do this on turn... You don't have to be on Drajeweled. You can literally CB1, add a Drajeweled to your hand, and if you did not add it to your hand, you can reveal the grade 4 if you already have one, and CB1 and draw a card. Brother, you can do this on turn 2. $100%. GREEDON isn't forced to go to 6 damage. 100%. So let's put the ride line in here real quick. Right quick. Oh, I guess the grade 1 doesn't grade 1 doesn't say Drajeweled. That's fine. Don't think you need the counter charger anymore. Rocco Gore doesn't say Drajeweled either. Do I just have to type in rock? I feel like I have to type in rock. How about this? That should work. That should work. Damn, I don't think it understood. Yeah, I don't think it understood. What was it called? Jewel Core? Is that what it was called? The grade 1? Yeah, it was called Jewel Core. You're crazy, Phil. No shot. No shot they give this deck a superior ride enabler. No shot. This is like the strongest of the main deck grade 4s that they've created. There's no shot. Like the old ones, yep, there we go. The old ones were like quote unquote fair because you weren't able to Persona Ride, but homie literally says, I'm better than Persona Ride. Like, let's put the trigger units in now. This deck probably doesn't even run draws. Yeah, this deck has no reason to run draws. It has like 12 cards that say draw a card. You probably don't play that, to be honest. Not sure if we play the effect crits or not, but I'm gonna slot them in there just in case. They give it to all the other grade 4s. I don't see why not. Man, like, I'm a Dark States main, bro, and if they... I'm gonna be shook if they do. I'm gonna be real shook. Come on, where you at, blue boy? I heard running 9 crits, or 8 crits, and 1 crit that says plus 100 million is good. And then the Sentinels. Yo, what's up, Haku? What's cracking? We building some DRAJEWELED over here. Alrighty then. So you have space for 2 cards. Oh, no, I lied. You do not have space for 2 cards. There's another very important card that you play in this deck. Take out Scent. I heard I heard a free special 2 or a free special 1 and add a grade 4 to your hand is real good, my G. I heard that's I heard that's real good. I heard that's right good. So oh wow, this is gonna be a real short deck building stream, bro. All these Dark States decks, like the new support is so powerful, you just slot in the new cards and don't care. Like what one of do you play? Do you play the cat? Do you even care about the cat? You don't really. This deck really doesn't care about CB anymore either. The only thing that CBs is this guy, and this guy can restand anything, right? Yeah, it can restand any rear guard. So you have this, you have this, you have this. What one of do you play? A one of grade 3 if you're specialing out 2 grade 3s, or You never need more than one draw jewel because you'll always have draw jeweled. You don't need more than one of this because you'll always have the name. Even if you're able to shove an Ignis into Soul, somehow, like let's say you discard one, or you like Perfect Guard and discard one, you could get it into Soul with its own ability. This CBs, this CBs, this CBs. She can. You're right, she can. Another benefit of Draw Jeweled is you could sell it to get a PS5. I am crying. Listen, good buddy. We all know the deck was super expensive upon release because, like, all of its support cards were like triple rare and double rare at the time. And, yeah, bro, like, even bro. At least it's playable now, my G. Like, come on. Like, why you gotta hit me like that? Rasselglaster for the tech option, hand filter and retire. You could play Rasselglaster. You could also play Implusa. Do you, Marcus, how do I fit Implusa in the deck, man? I only have one space. What do I cut? No, there's no way I cut this. There's no way I cut that. I could see this not being a mandatory 4 of. But it's so good. Yeah, where do I put Implusa in this deck? Just go with Rasselglaser? Yeah. I was thinking about cutting Implusa for Rockogore, or cutting Rockogore for Implusa, but then I realized Implusa conflicts with this demon bat guy because it has the same wording as Implusa, so you'll only ever get 4 attacks off. Yeah. Damn, bro. Damn, I spend a honey on those cards. I mean, damn. Damn, bro. At least you don't need the promo to build this deck. Like, you could build this deck with just booster support. And this. You need this. But damn, bro. I could see why this deck is powerful. But man. Let's see here. Let's just take a minute to look at all these grade 3s right quick. I could, Phil. I could. But man, you're gonna have a hard time telling me to tech out when there's no reason to tech out. Like, look at this. 4 ofs. I'm sorry, I'm just a big fan of consistency, brother. Look at this. All 4 ofs. Bro, like, that's what I love to see in my deck profiles, bro. Like, when a homie flips out the cards and, like, max copies of this, max copies of this, and max copies of this, I'm just like, oh my god. Consistency, please. But let's look at all the grade 3s right quick. Just scrolling through them. See if there's no weird grade 3 that we missed that we might want to play. I think I found the tech. I found the tech. Wait. Before I say I found the tech, let's see. What counterblasts in this deck? The Baby Draco Kid counterblasts. The Grade 3 counterblasts. Rock Her Gore counterblast. Damn, that's a lot of CB. But I feel like it's manageable. The CB is manageable. Hear me out. We play Timeless Pierce Dragon. This is a card that I knew would see play in like some weird deck in the future because it's just straight up an unfair card. Its ability is auto. When placed on rearguard from Soul, counterboss 1, discard a card. Until the end of turn, it gives itself 10k. So on your Ignis turn, homeboy gonna be 38 by himself. And your opponent cannot call Sentinels to guard from hand for the battle that this unit attacked. Now, imagine this. You are living the dream. You need... So first off, you obviously need this in your soul. But to pull this combo off, you need 1 CB, and then at least another CB for Rocker Gore. So you only need 2 CB. You only need 2 CB. So you play Timeless Pierce Draco Kid. Oh, and you need 2 CB, and you need this and Rocker Gore. You don't even need a back row. You need this Rocker Gore. Well, no, I lied. You need you need the grade 2, and you need the grade 1. So you need 1 grade 1, 1 of the grade 2, and access to Timeless Peace. And what you do is you call out Timeless Peace, you activate its effect, it's going to be 38k by itself. You swing with Timeless Peace, and then you swing with Ignis. You activate the grade 1's effect, restanding Timeless Peace, stack any triggers or crits you get, and put them on Timeless Peace, and swing again with Timeless Peace. You don't even need to do 5 attacks at that point. Sentinel Restrict is just that strong, especially in this format, which it demands like multiple PGs on push turns or kill turns. Let's see. Let me read chat real quick. Not a bad idea. The G2 boosting, call it out. That's a CB2 combo, though. You're right. That is a CB2 combo, though. But that's a kill. That's an OTK, bro. That's an OTK. Zagan and Draco Kid can be reduced to 3 as they aren't that needed to be at 4. Felrica Servant, Wrestleglasser, or Implusa. They're not needed at 4. But Marcus, I want to OTK. If they're not needed at 4, what I would probably do is like maybe cut maybe Draco Kid, to be honest. No, but I feel like Draco Kid's like, once you have the grade 4, Draco Kid's like low-key your early game. Like, I could see like you ride up to your grade 2 turn, you call this out as an attacker, you call Draco Kid behind it, that's a 21k column, you either searched for Ignis or you drew a card if you already have Ignis. Man, that seems really good to me. But I could see how it's really not, really a 4 of. If anything, if I would cut any of these cards right here, I'd probably cut that by 1 to smash in another grade 3. Or maybe just put this up to 2. Felrica Servant. I don't know what that card is. Let me look it up real quick. I don't know what that is off the top of my head. Well, that's not how you spell it. You tricked me. Let me see here. Servant. Is it not a grade 3? Oh, you're talking about this card. This is a card everybody's going crazy over. Yeah. Yeah, you can. Oh, so if you restand Felrica Servant, off the grade 1, you could do her first auto skill twice. That's actually really good for setting up for next turn, and like, oh, it's until the end of battle, but still, she'll get pumped up twice every time she attacks. Elementaria makes one of the Pierce swings a 1-card guard. People are definitely going to be playing Elementaria with Jeweled in mind. Oh, most definitely. Most definitely people are going to be playing Elementaria, but here's the thing. And I figured this out when I was playing Greedon, because of Greedon's 2-card guard restrict, a lot of the times, I want to say like more than half the time people had Elementaria against me. It just didn't matter. That's one attack. Like, sure, like, that's one attack versus, like, all the pressure I'm exuding onto you. I don't know if that's a fair comparison, but, like, people are going to be playing that card anyways, and they can only use it once. And, you know, this is the format that demands multiple perfect guards, and when your opponent's put to 0, it's just, like, it makes it so that their only real shield in hand is grade 0s and perfect guards. Man. But this is a good card to play too. This is also a good card to play. I don't know if I would cut one of these and then just play 2. I like that idea. Or maybe just play 2 to see it, to be honest. With that combo in mind, 2 to see it. Plus you're playing fronts. I like that. I really like that. You also have to keep in mind, Dawnbringer, that more often than not, your turn, let's see here, like, let's say, like, your generic, like, let's say your Vanguard is going to be 28 by itself minimum to their 0. 28 to their 0. So they would need 2 15k shields for a 1 to pass. They would need, yeah, that's 30. They would need 10k more shield on top of that to make it a 2 to pass on a triple drive Vanguard. Which more often than not, when your Vanguard has triple drive, people are really scared of you hitting those double triggers just because you have that upped percentage because you have triple drive. So they're gonna more often not perfect guard your Vanguard. And bro, people aren't gonna be seeing this coming, man. Like, I don't know, man. If you make a board state that requires your opponent to use multiple perfect guards and they survive, and it doesn't take that many resources, to be honest. Like, you have so much, like, this card draws you a card after you use it. This card draws you a card after you use it. This card draws you a card after you use it. Like, you're, like, they either die or you cripple them badly enough that if they can't kill you with whatever they have left on their next turn, you win anyways, baby. Because Ignis doesn't require CB. You win anyways. But I do see your point, Dawnbringer. That's a very excellent point to bring up. But I like this, bro. I like this. I like Dawnbringer at Dawnbringer, lol. I like Timeless Pierce Dragon. Yeah, I knew it, bro. And this card just came out. This is a set 11 card, and it's a common. And I knew it when I read this card that there's gonna be a deck in the future that is just gonna make this like unfair. And this is exactly that deck. Like, low-key, I want to run draws. Low-key, I just want to run draws. I just want to resolve this combo and kill my opponent. Oh, man. That's so cool. And because the deck multi attacks, you could do rear guard, then Vanguard. If they're forced to take one of the early attacks, you set their Vanguard back to 0. Like, no matter if they got a defensive or not, you set their Vanguard back to 0. And yeah, dude, man, this is like so. This is just like. Most decks wish for like 1 or 2 good support cards. Jeweled got like 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 amazing support cards in one set. But yeah, that's probably what I would do, to be honest. Or maybe I cut the grade 2, but this is good too. It's a board builder, and it soul charges. And you can use this on turn 2. This deck has rush capabilities on top of what already it does, bro. Disgusting. Maybe I'm coping too hard. So for the sake of consistency and having this as just like a cute, nice addition, I'm just gonna keep this at 1 because it's searchable off of Orbital. I'm gonna keep this at 1. It's searchable off of Orbital, and if we naturally soul charge it off the grade 2 or off the ride line, even better. So yeah, this is the list, guys. This is the DRAJEWELED list. Yeah, I don't think we need to do anything else here. I think this is it. Ignis. Four, 9, D8. Let's confirm the deck real quick. Yeah. Man, like, Darkseid's is eating good this set, man. GREEDON support. It's like a really good addition to the deck. The mask decks, the Omnia and ALMAJESTAR get a really nice buff in this set. Like, I feel like the weakest Darkseid support deck out of this set is probably ALMAJESTAR, just because it, like, from, like, me just glancing at the list, it looks clunky. That's the only thing bad I have to say, but, like, bro, like, Darkseid support this set, 10 out of 10, like, win. 10 out of 10, win, man. But, let's see. What is it? It's 9. It's about to be 10. Let's do a... Oh, no, not that. I don't want that. Let's do another nation real quick. What other nation? What other nation should I do, guys? I'm gonna do another. I'm gonna do another nation right quick. What other nation should I do? Oh no, I completely understand you, Donbringer. Completely understand your opinion. Not knocking it. I'm just oh man, like you, bro. I see a powerful card, bro, and I'm just like, oh man. Keter? What besides youth? What else got supported? Oh right, we got this deck. Man, this looks, I don't know if it's true or not, man, but this just feels so much weaker than everything else that came out in this set. We got this deck, and technically we got Bastion support, because this is a really good card for Bastion. But is there anything else? Or is that's basically it? No, that's basically it. Let's build the youth deck right quick, but I feel like we're just gonna run into the same thing as the ALMAJESTAR deck. It's just like the support is so good that you just play it at, like, you play everything at max copies. Oh, I remember Solaron, man. I wanted to build that deck, bro. I still haven't built that deck. Like, oh man, it's like I wanted to build Solaron and I wanted to build Bastion. It's just like, but there's Dark States though, and then there's just other decks that like I'm just so much more interested in deck building and trying to figure out how it ticks. But is that it? That's it, right? Yeah, that's it. It's just those cards. Let's put youth into the search engine. I'll see if I can grab his pieces off of people. Oh yeah, you should be able to get that deck for mad cheap, brother. Mad cheap. You probably still play this card, right? Yeah, you probably still play that card. Persona Ride, because I heard Persona Riding is good this format. I don't know if you play that or not. Maybe you do. Does it cost a CB or is this... It doesn't cost a CB! Oh no, it does. I see it right here in the corner. Okay. Wow, this is actually like the only Keter deck that I would be interested in building from this set. Just like, I don't know. Bastions, whatever. Well, I only say Bastions, whatever's because I still don't have like 4 copies of that one grade 3 from Festival Collection. And I haven't picked up Sapien Owls yet, so I'm not really interested in building Bastion at all. Even though like I have like some really cool ideas for that deck. But yeah, it's just like if I don't have the physical cards and I'm not really motivated to get the physical cards, then I'm probably just not gonna build that deck. Let's look at the main deck real quick, see what we're working with here. Okay. I know you want to play at least 2 of all the guys in case you damage them. What does the grade 1 do again? It's funny because I literally just watched a Derek Dow video about this deck today, but I forgot all their effects. When it's placed on rearguard from deck or discard from your hand, deck or drop. That's really cool. If you put a card in your hand, choose a card from your hand, put it in a soul. Okay. Yeah, free. And what about Homeboy here? That's a CB. This isn't a CB? Soul Blast 1, search your deck or drop for a Revolve form. Put it into your soul, and if you search your deck, shuffle your deck. If your soul has 3 or more cards with Revolve form and different card names, Soul Blast 1 card without Revolve form and draw a card. You have to run it. You're just like big turbo combo into Full Blast now. You have to run it. Owl shouldn't be too hard to find since box toppers haven't been too expensive. You can make do without Suggest too, from what I've heard. Like, I know that for a fact, because like all the times that I played against Bastion, it hardly comes up. It really only ever truly comes up as being extra shield for the deck. And, you know, it's still a grade 3 focused deck, even though you do have a lot of grade 3s now that do have extra shield. But, it's like one of those, like, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. And if I don't have it, so I'm really not motivated to play the deck. Maybe it's gone down. Maybe I'll pick them up in the future. Because Bastion's really the only deck that plays that card. Like, it's a really good card, but, like, the only really, like, relevant Keter deck that plays that card is Bastion. And let me reread Full Blast here. So, Zest, you get a crit. Cost a counter blast, of course. Zest, you get a crit. Gust, you get a drive. Tempest, you get to bot deck something. So do we play Schneisel now? I know some people never stop playing Schneisel, but like for the longest time, Schneisel just felt like such a bad card in the deck. But you have more Revolve forms now, so he's more likely to hit. But then again, you're also deck thinning your deck of Revolve forms, like, pretty aggressively. Like, as soon as you start the game, you're deck thinning your deck of Revolve forms. Oh no, it's youth. It's youths. It's youths in general. For the sake of consistency, I guess you probably play this at 4. Play that at 4 because it gives you an extra drive check. Let's put the triggers in here. Does deck play draws? Realistically speaking, I don't see this deck actually drawing that much. I do low-key feel like, and it's Peace Reliant, Peace Reliant combo deck. I do feel like you do want to run draws in this deck. Definitely don't play that OT. I could be wrong. I feel like in the Derek Dow video he wasn't playing draws, so I could be wrong in that assumption. But if I am, just play crits. I mean, just play fronts. Blue OT, right? Yeah, blue OT. Yeah, 100% blue OT. So you're only using your soul for this guy. Yeah. Let's put the sentinels in here. Oh no, we gotta make cuts. We don't have room for sentinels. We gotta make cuts. We gotta make 3 cuts. We have enough triggers? Yeah, we have enough triggers. That's true. That is true. I'm just biased. Like, this could actually be whatever overtrigger you want it to be. I'm biased because I really like having a critical trigger with plus 100 million. But I'm biased. I'm super biased in that fact. But we gotta make 3 cuts here because our deck is too big. So, does this deck still need Persona Ride? I feel like Persona Ride's so good, you just don't cut it. And if that's the case, that Persona Ride is so good, you don't cut it, what do you, you're probably never gonna do 3 of these. But then again, like, you can recycle them off of this. Yeah, you can recycle them off of this. So you don't need 4, so that's 1 cut. And you still need to cut 2 more cards. This is kind of mandatory at 4, even though I don't think it's that good. But it's an enabler. This is definitely mandatory at 4. Put Schnizzy Boy to 2? But man, this deck doesn't seem that strong if you're not doing a full blast. Yeah, this pretty much looks like full blast or bust here. Yeah, it adds to hand. I just read it. It adds to hand. Don't care how long you've been playing the game, this trips up everyone. But believe it or not, reading the card explains the card. Has gotten me so many times. Doesn't matter how long you've been playing the game, it'll always get you because, like, we don't, card game players don't read, bro. It's a known fact that we don't read. Um, I guess. There's no... Well, no, that's wrong. We have Ignis in the format now. I don't know, dude. I feel like it's stronger, but looking at the deck list, it looks like it just dies to board removal still. Oh, because of the point you made, Philip, that the angel can add any revolt form to hand from deck or drop. So why not play it at 3? I don't see myself resolving this card 4 times, and even if I do, I could always pick one up off the angel. Because once you get like one of each of the different forms into your soul, you don't really like, I guess you could just for like the deck thinning, but you could just start using her as a utility card, just to add your next full blast. I don't know. Maybe draws aren't the way. I don't feel particularly excited about this 2-of Schneisel, to be honest. To be honest. This is revolt forms only, right? Yeah, it's revolt forms only. I guess to help you search for Persona, but you could search for Persona off the ride line. Yeah, like I'm not that greedy, bro. Like I said, consistency is king. Like if I feel like that that I can draw this card enough on my turn 1 to whereas I can afford to put Zest to 1. If I have that godly power of always drawing this on turn 1, yeah, I'll put Zest to 1. But I don't trust myself that much. I don't trust myself that much, brother. So I guess the deck really isn't focused on discarding anymore. You're running a shit ton of 3s, but the deck always ran a shit ton of 3s. I don't know. I don't know how easy it is to get the 3 I don't know how easy it is to get the 3 different names in Soul so that you're able to draw a card. Okay. What new starter deck are you getting first? I'm getting Fifi Fan. I'm getting all of them. I try my hardest, besides like promos and like weird special sets that the ratios are weird. But I usually tend to have almost a playset of everything, besides like niche promos. So I should be able to get all of them. But I'm most excited for the Chimera deck, just because like Dark States has never had a Chimera archetype or a Chimera ride line, so I'm super excited for that. I can't wait to see what that deck does. I hope it does something where like it turns it turns the soul into a toolbox, or like something where it's like you could like multi-attack from the soul. I don't know, but I'm most excited for that. Nah. It's just the way I buy cards is I just buy them when they come out. Like if it's like a trial deck, I'll just get one of each when it comes out, and I buy them from a vendor. Shout out to Kingslayer Cards. But what I'll do is for every main set, I'll get I'll get a master split, which is 4 copies of every card from that set for like around 500 bucks. And usually that's just like value enough for me that I don't need to buy cards until the next set comes out. Let me hold something. I'm crying. Man, I ain't gonna let you hold nothing, man. Nah, I know how to manage my resources. I guess this is the deck. I don't know if you actually need this or not, to be honest. I low-key feel like you don't. What CB's in this deck? This CB's, your Rideline CB's. You really can't get CB choked anymore. I mean, you could get CB choked at 1. Oh, I'm about to spend that much for the new lyrical stuff myself. Yeah, man, it's just like, for me, it's just simpler to just like buy cards in master splits. That's the only reason why I don't have lyrical, because my vendor doesn't carry lyrical product, or he doesn't like buy enough lyrical product where I might like he's able to get me a case split, like an entire case split out of it. So that's why like I ultimately decided to just sell all my lyrical cards. Same with all my side set cards too. I just ultimately just like I had my fun with them, but I just sold them all, and just I'm focused on the 5 main nations, and that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, but if you only main like if you truly only main like 1 or 2 nations, then ooh, that depends on the nations though, cuz sometimes the like bro, like certain nation splits get so expensive nowadays. Like extremely expensive. Golly. But if it's Stoichea, man, Stoichea is always cheap. At least in my opinion, Stoichea cards should always be cheap. I want to take this out and reserve my CB only for my Revolt forms and my ride line. Yeah. So it'd be harder to CB choke us. And I want to play... What's his name? I play a little of everything, but just off-meta stuff like Solaron. Yeah, bro, Stoichea's Rogue City. Let's see if I can find the card I'm looking for. Don't be like me, guys. When you're deck building, cause I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like, what I look for when I'm deck building is, okay, this is the main core cards of the deck. Alright, what unfair shenanigans can I do with the leftover remaining cards to fill up that 50? And, I found this card. Bro, this card came out when Youth came out. No one played it. And then, like, after set 7, dude, like, I would just consistently dominate locals with this card. If its effect is during the battle it attacked, if your Vanguard rode by a card's ability this turn, your opponent cannot call normal units to guard this attack. So the only way you can guard this attack is with zeros or the Blitz Order. And my goal was to just pump this guy up, make this guy so huge that they would like, unless it's the over trigger, they wouldn't have enough grade zeros to be able to guard this attack. And that's how I was just like consistently creaming the local competition with this card. But yeah, this is how I would play the Youth when it comes out. Maybe take out draws for fronts, but this is most definitely how I would play the deck when it comes out. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. Oh yeah. Because it's like it works like Youthberg. Yeah, most definitely, dude. Yeah. I'm a little bit sad though, because now you don't have space to run Cadbury in the deck anymore, and Cadbury was OP. Cadbury can search any of your grade 3 pieces. But I think that's the deck. Yeah, I think that's the deck. Take one last good look at it. And yeah, this definitely looks like a really solid, I guess, like combo deck, if you can call it that. Yeah, it's definitely a combo deck because you need multiple of these and multiple of these, and you need multiple of these. But yeah. I don't know. Low-key still feel like this deck dies to removal, but what else? What else can we build? I think I'm gonna build one. I'm gonna build one last deck. Like what's like one last deck that you guys really would really like to see us brew together. Any takers? One last deck from set 13. Any takers? Like what did Dragon Empire get? Did Dragon Empire only get the overdress cards? Or did something else get supported besides that? AVANTGARDA? Bro, don't talk to me about no AVANTGARDA. AVANTGARDA? I love that deck, bro. That deck is so fun to play. That looks cool, man. That looks like a magic card, low-key. Yeah, let's build AVANTGARDA, man. Let's build AVANTGARDA right quick. Brantgate. Oh, this card looks so cool, dude. Soul Charge 1 and it gets 10k till the end of the turn? That's it? You can't like play an additional order or pick up an order? That's it? Yikes. Ah, it's not even a monster. I know there's monsters for the Archetype deck in here, but man, that Archetype deck needs some help, bro. I don't know if the monsters that come out in the set are good enough, but man, that Archetype needs some help, brother. So, let's see. What does this guy do? If your opponent's Vanguard is greater 3 or greater, reveal a card. Reveal this card, bind a blue Dester Sky Render AVANTGARDA from Vanguard, and ride this card as stand into the end turn. It gets all the original act abilities of the card bound for this cost. Then, at the end of battle, this unit attacked if your soul has a blue Dester Sora period. Discard 2 cards from your hand. Choose AVANTGARDA from the bind zone, ride it as stand, it gets plus 10k and minus 1 drive. So you activate this ability from hand. Okay. This is how you do it. Ideally, you Persona Ride first, you reveal this from hand during your main phase, ride it, bind AVANTGARDA, and then use AVANTGARDA's skill, soul charge one of the strategy cards, draw a card, and then you get the red text restand ability. You're gonna swing with it. It's gonna be minimum 23, no, actually minimum 28, depending on what strategy card you use. Swing for minimum 28. restand from AVANTGARDA's skill, CB1 discard 1, swing again for minimum 28, and then activate its own skill, discarding 2, ride AVANTGARDA from the bind zone, and it gets 10k and -1 drive. So that's going to be minimum 33 with Persona Ride. I saw you cooking with Arch in one video, but it was a struggle. You were holding your own. Arch what? Fifi, what you talking about, brother? What deck is that? I'm sorry, I'm clueless. Oh, Archite. Yeah, man, that deck needs so much help right now. Like, I hope the new monster cards, like, cause I saw that nobody was trying Archite, so I tried Archite. I wanted to see if, like, you know, it was good enough, and it just wasn't, bro. It just wasn't. But you play 4 of these, obviously. Let's see here. What else? What's this guy do? For Vanguard with Dester, Camelus 1. She's a great third grader AVANTGARDA from your... Yo! For real? For real? Man, Brankett got some weird cards this set, bro. Yeah, Brankett got some weird cards this set. Let's put in blue. That should pop up all the cards. Okay, so I'm not a fan of the guillotine art. I feel like they could have done better for AVANTGARDA's final form. Like, they could have made him red and like more like artilleried up. I don't like the pendulum dick, bro. Like, the pendulum dick is kind of sus. I'm not gonna lie. But man, does this full art go hard? Man, does this full art go hard. Shoutouts to Eddie, bro, because I know he's gonna... I know he's not a fan of the art either, but I know, man, I know he's gonna eventually get this, bro. Like, that full art goes hard. 4 Hathaways, mandatory. Probably play 4 Blue Boy. Mando. And then strategy cards. Mando. This is actually really good, especially in a format where people are going to be running Blitz PGs again. Some of us like sus Lamau. But this is a really good strategy order because it locks off intercepts and blitz PGs. Well, blitz orders from being activated that turn. Probably run that. Yeah, probably run it like that. And triggers. I know JP was running draws. It's just like, oh man, like, you compress your deck so hard. It's like so hard to run draw triggers in this deck. You actually need to play this now, so. And we are 2 cards over. Put that to 2. We're just playing pure AVANTGARDA. But is pure good enough? You're not really... So, in an ideal world, when you go for the restand... So, wait. So, you could do the second act skill. You could do this when your opponent's still on grade 2. Is that good though? Because it's a discard 2. It's a discard 2 that's actually a discard that's actually a discard 3, because you reveal this and ride this from your hand, and then to activate the restand you discard 2. So you're actually discarding 3 cards to get an extra swing that's plus 10k in a drive check. Is that good enough though, going first? I almost feel like you just pressure with a restand or on hit restand. Oh yeah, dude, like literally, like no like man, I felt bad because like there was a point that like a lot of people at the locals I went to were playing AVANTGARDA, and man, like I was just like, every time it got used against me, it was like when I was off Blitz Order PGs, because I just felt like set 12 format you could get away without playing them, and I was just like proven right, because like every time they did it I'm like, oh, okay, regular PG. Have a great day. But you really only do that going first, just because it gives your Vanguard the most power. If you didn't go first, you maybe if even still going second, you do that strategy order going on your first grade 3 turn. I'm not sure. But is pure AVANTGARDA strong enough? So turn 4, you'll have 3 Vanguard swings and 2 rearguard swings. Is that good enough? And you'll have 1, 2, 1, 1, 4 drive checks. Right? Yeah, 4 drive checks. I think so, just because the way AVANTGARDA works is just like, especially with these guys. So like, if you have one of these, which are 20k beat sticks by themselves, Persona Ride they're 30k. With the grade 3 order, they're 40k by themselves. Like with an 8k booster half away, 48k, 13k booster Milestone. Is that his name? Milestone? That's pretty cool. Milestone, 53k without triggers. And you play fronts, and you're swinging 3 times with your Vanguard on top of that. Sheesh. I mean, your last Vanguard swing is going to be the weakest Vanguard swing, but you probably do your Vanguard triple swing first and then swing with the rear guards, unless you're trying to get your opponent to a certain damage threshold. Just because your last Vanguard swing is your weakest swing, technically. Yeah. That's probably how you do it. Most definitely lots of pressure. Like, 3 Vanguard swings, like, it's no joke. I remember when we were doing that with GREEDON in set 6, bro. Like, it was super hard to pull off, but, like, when you did get it off, it was insane. Yeah, I think because you can recycle AVANTGARDAs from the drop of this card. I don't know if that's good enough to play. Maybe you just end up playing something else in this 2-of slot. But yeah, I think this is the deck, guys. I think like, if you wanted to play a pure AVANTGARDA deck, this is probably it. Unless, like, you wanted to cut one of these for the Persona Ride order, but I feel like you just don't need the Persona Ride order anymore. The only thing that's... Oh, an important note, none of this costs Counterblast. None of AVANTGARDA Richter costs Counterblast. So you're only CBing one for AVANTGARDA, and you have your counter charger halfway. You CB one for Hathaway, and you're only CBing one for this. So CB is just free in this deck. Yeah, I think this is the deck. This is the deck. No CB, you say? Okay, so there are times where it uses quite a bit of CB, but it's manageable. It's vastly manageable. But this is probably the deck here, to be honest. Now, an important note that I do want to say about AVANTGARDA is that AVANTGARDA doesn't really care what type of board it has, but it needs a board. Like, it needs to have some semblance of a front row and a back row rear guard. And it's just, it really doesn't like it when you mess with its board. Like, I'm sure, like, you could just turn your blinders on and just get there with 3 Vanguard swings, but it still doesn't like it when you mess with its board. And I that's still a weakness that I see with this deck. It hasn't been a weakness that's been fixed. It's just like given more power to compete, which ideally you want to do this on turn 4, but you can do it on turn 3 if you really wanted to. But we did Omnia, we did ALMAJESTAR, we did GREEDON, we did DRAJEWELED, we did Youth, we did AVANTGARDA. What did Stoicheia get this set besides the new Leonhorn? Oh yeah, I forgot about these. Oh man, the art looks so weird. It's like 3D. Ew. Okay, well, we'll mess with the... Does this have no skill? This has no skill. Okay, we'll mess with these on the next stream. I am going to stream tomorrow as well, probably like around 8:30 or 9 o'clock, and we're just gonna do exactly what we did tonight. We're just gonna build some decks, read some cards, talk about card interaction, any questions you guys wanna ask me, and yeah, I think that's gonna be it for us tonight, guys. Don't want to be out too late, so I am gonna let you guys go just to wind things down at the house. But I hope you have a good night, and remember, always like, comment, and subscribe. We're really close to that 1K, guys. We're like a little bit less than 200 subs off. So yeah, like anything you can do to contribute to that would mean the world to me. And once we do reach that 1K subs, I am going to be giving out a bunch of the channel playmat. Like, I'm going to be doing a bunch of giveaways for the channel playmat, but only to subscribers. Alright? So, good night, guys.